Hello, everyone, and thank you all so much for tuning into MRC Live tonight. And a warm welcome back to our viewer. Boop, boop, boop. We're here tonight for our Tier 3 drive around Shanghai circuit in China. It's the third round of our Season 3 race for Tier 3 drivers. We'll go over standings in just a moment here. If you're not already, head on over to our website, mrceracing.com, and give us a follow on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And be sure to keep up with our new Hot Lap series coming out on YouTube every week. Joined today by our fearless leader, MRC Capita Hood. Cap, how you doing today?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing quite swell. It's a lovely Friday evening in sunny California where I'm at, but China, it seems to be pretty cloudy here, so it could be very interesting with the strategy today.
Yeah, and in terms of championship standings for our drivers' championships after 2 rounds, we have G. Bowens in first place, driving for Racing Point, followed by Cheesy Train in second. Just actually a 14-point deficit there, so G. Bowens doing very well so far. In third place, we have MRC Sensational driving for Red Bull, followed by LDR Redeemer. In fifth, we have Hoping Corn 23 driving for Toro Rosso, the only Canadian in the lineup. In sixth, we have MRC J. Warren driving for Mercedes, the one of two Brits in the lineup, joined by 13th place Slightly Bump. Seventh place, we have Squirmy, followed by eighth place Orange Kush, driving for Toro Rosso. Watchman NZ is in ninth, followed by MRC Jules and MRC Kirk. RBRL Bianchi's in 12th place, driving for Haas. Slightly bumped down to 13th, followed by Butter Sox in 14th. Grago 13 is in 15th, driving for McLaren, followed by Loragon 4, followed by MRC Batman in 17th, and then our Lord Fiat in 18th, locking out our grid, driving for Renault.
And there's a
Going into
mouthful.
our third round. Yeah,
Just
it
a heads
really
up,
is.
this is Bryce's first commentary I would say over a month it seems now.
Yeah, it
Thanks.
has been a while, and it is certainly good to be back here at MRC. Always a warm, friendly, competitive environment here.
Definitely, yeah. So I think we'll go on board with LDR Redeemer. Are you getting engine sound on your end? Because I am not. And I know this happened
Still
yesterday.
loading into the game.
Lovely. All right, so I'll commentate on, I think we have LDR Redeemer starting the first lap. It looks like he's on the medium compound tire, so we'll see how weather affects this. DRS section right across the pit start straight. He comes into the snail section downhill. You really gotta feather the brakes here if you don't have ABS and slowly shift down into second and shoot across here to turn, I would say, 2 or 3 here and really get on the power as soon as you can without trying to spin out. And in the chat, we have a MRC Sensational unable to make it tonight. He's stuck at work, but his brother, MRC Batman, will be stepping in and trying to get the Red Bulls some points here tonight. Insert theme song here as LDR Redeemer comes around the swooping left-hander back to the right side now. Lovely engine noises we have here. Unfortunately, this happened last night, I believe, too, with Cody's on our stream.
Yeah, for our EU boys.
Yeah, actually our North American PlayStation boys too, so I'm not sure what that's about, but here comes LDR Redeemer onto the back straight. Huge swooping right-hander. Hard to get on the power here. Definitely gotta get a good exit out of here and hit that DRS as soon as you can. Kind of up to the sharpest turn on the circuit, braking at 100 meters all the way down to first gear. As he cuts the corners, that may be invalidated, and he knows that he's slowed down. And unfortunately, we'll have to go for another lap. Oh, he dives in the pits there. So let's see, as RBL Bianchi actually sets the fastest lap so far. Let's see, I think Cheesy Train is on a flyer, so let's see. He's down at a first, right behind Jay Warren, who's going quick as well. We'll see what these two put up to the line. Jay Warren shifts down into fourth and just goes wide, and they may have both just validated their laps. We'll see. Jay Warren gets a 35-1, and Cheesy Train with a 34-0. And these are both on. Cheesy Train on the hard tires as well as J1 on the hard tires. As Squirmy puts in a 35-8 on the hards. As MRC Batman goes fastest with the softs with a 33.6. That will definitely be topped at this rate if you're putting 34s on hards. Looks like Cheesy Train may be going for another fastest lap here. On the hards, he looks like he's pushing. Let's get that telemetry up to see. This is such a peaceful stream right now. I'd hear birds chirping, literally, and like waves crashing, it sounds like. But no engine sound. This is the Renault engine, in case you guys were wondering. It's very peaceful almost, just watching them glide across the track.
All right, and we finally made it back in. Who are we on board with?
We're on board with Cheesy Train now. He's on his second hard lap, so we'll see if he can improve here. Coming around the second to last corner.
All right, now as we punt a cone around turn 16 onto the final finish grid, cross the line, puts him into first place with a 133.5. Very respectable lap there.
Definitely, yeah. If he beat out all the soft runners so far, so he's on the hardest compound. So that's definitely gonna help him out going into the race. Looks like MRC Jules is on a flyer now. We'll see how he does on these hard tires as well. As Jules decides to back out and go into the pits. Now it looks like we have Jay Lee Bowens on a flyer on softs. As he comes around the penultimate corner, rides over that curve gently, up into sixth gear shortly before shifting down into fourth, cutting the curb, pushing it wide, activating DRS, and across the line with a time of a 32.9 as he sets the fastest lap of the session. Quick lap there.
Very strong showing for Lee Bowens. We'll see what Jules can do to catch up to his teammate there.
Yeah. Jay Lee Bowens, of course, our championship leader, so he's looking to extend that lead today over Cheesy Train. He's only about 0.6 ahead of Cheesy Train on 2 compound softer tires, so he'll definitely need to put in a more strong showing if he wants to stay ahead there.
Definitely. So, looks like Redeemer's on a flyer right now. Working his way through turn 1, approaching 2 now.
Yep. All you, Bryce.
All right, now coming out of this first sector here, now edging our way past the very slight bend of turn 5, heavy on the brakes for the hairpin of turn 6, pushing it very wide, using every inch of the curbs that he can, accelerating with every bit of power that Alfa Romeo has as we now fly through the sweeping bends of turns 7 and 8, approaching the acute angled turn 9 here, very sharp left-hander. He handles that very nicely. Now working our way into a very short straightaway here, approaching turn 11. A turn very similar to Silverstone here, in a left and then a sweeping right-hander, increasing radius turn as you can slowly apply the power more and more coming out of here. A little bit of camber to help the car keep the grip. As we're working away past the car here, let's see who that is, approaching DRS zone 2. Redeemer's going to have no problem working his way around Jay Warren. Heavy onto the brakes now for turn 14. The other hairpin now. Approaching the final turn in the track here onto the front straightaway again, using every bit of those curves that he can. Opens the DRS flap across the line with a 134.1. Puts him into a provisional 5th place for now. Great starting place for the start of this GP. We'll see if he can improve on that in the last 8.5 minutes of this qualifying.
Yeah, not a bad lap there on the mediums. Definitely gets him up into the top medium runner positions currently.
All
Drago
right.
now overtakes him with a faster lap of 33.9 on the mediums to overtake that top medium runner spot. We'll go on board with Squirmy here, who's just beginning sector 2 on the hard tires, going for another lap here.
Yeah, working his way under the Fly Emirates board there. Shanghai, in its conception as a Grand Prix track, was the most expensive track ever built for Formula One, but was recently upstaged by the one and only Abu Dhabi, which I think this track cost somewhere around $250 million, whereas the Abu Dhabi track cost a whopping $6 billion. But
Jesus Christ, that's the epitome of Abu Dhabi, if you ask me.
yep, yeah, they're like, oh, that's a nice expensive track you got over there in China. We'll
Be a
go
shame if we
800% harder.
quadruple, not even quadruple, just destroyed that amount. As Squirmy comes into the penultimate corner at the hairpin, dropping it down to second gear,
Yeah, it
back
looked
on
like
the
there's a
power.
McLaren in the background there doing donuts in the pebbles there. Squirmy gets a little wormy
Across the
around
line, will
that
he
last turn.
does
Across the
not
line, does
improve his
not
time.
improve. As we have, who's that pulling back out onto track?
Looks like Cheesy
Lee
Train's on a flyer
Bowens.
now as he gets a little
Woof!
blocked by either Jules or Bones there, not sure who.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit
this
of a touch with Bowens. I couldn't really tell from my camera angle if there actually was contact or not.
this should be a quicker lap for Cheesy Train for sure, as he's on a medium compound tire as opposed to his hards last time out. Flies around that left hammer, almost flat out, depending on what compound you're on. As he catches up to Squirmy now, it seems. Let's see if Squirmy gets out of his way. Yes, he does. Nice and clean. May have affected his lap a little bit. Gets on the power out of this corner. I do not know these numbers, but I know where to brake at the 100-meter board here. Down to second gear. Quick up the hill. Up into third short. Depends who you are, though. You can different drivers have different gears at different parts of the track, but power onto the straight. That corner is very hard to come out of consistently, trying to find the right line, because you really can't mess up the exit, otherwise you lose so much time on this long straight, longest straight on the track. Braking at 100
Yeah,
meters
it's
into
the
the
most important exit there.
exactly penultimate corner here. Beautiful shot of the Shanghai circuit and the architecture surrounding it as he crosses the line with a 1:32.868, putting him at the top of the leaderboard. It's a great lap on the medium tires, I must say, especially here in Tier 3.
Something about MRC with Renaults, huh, Cap?
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's a quick car, man. Wins championships. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that can't be disputed. As will got a yellow flag. Bianchi just put it
As
into the pit
Jay
wall
Warren
trying to enter.
retires from the session. Not sure what happened there. Let's see if he is on track anywhere. Nope, won't show us. But we go to MRC Batman, who's flying down the back straight on a blistering lap here. Through the hairpin at the back straight. Back on the power on the medium tires. Let's see if he can improve his time. He set on the softs previously. So he misses that apex ever so slightly and back off the DRS with the power. And he will not improve his time. So he stays at a 33.6, sitting all right in third place. I wouldn't say comfortably, because he's got a few other drivers right on his tail within a couple tenths.
Yeah, it's really just going to be a melee to turn one, lap one. As if you get pushed to the outside there, it's real hard to try to make that back that position before the track darts left there in turn two.
Yeah, that turn one will definitely be one to watch for this race. Let's see if we can find anyone else on a flyer right now. That is the pit lane. Looks like Batman may be going for it again. So he goes very wide, so I'm not sure about that. As we have MRC Sensational saying in the chat that Renault should be nerfed. You're telling me my driver skill and Cheesy Train's driver skill should be nerfed? I don't know. I think maybe you should step up your game and attend these races. Sensational. We'll see. Let's see what your brother can do. He's doing it, sitting pretty well in third place. Unfortunately, commentators aren't allowed to see the weather, so we can't see the forecast for the race. But
Oh, MRC Jules just lost it coming out of turn
let's take a look
13.
there.
Just what you
Oh,
were
yep,
talking about
exactly.
last lap.
Mhm.
Just a little bit too much power, a little too early, and the rear end came right around on him.
Exactly. So we'll see if Jules or Batman pits here. He does. Now Jay Lee is on a flyer on medium tires, so he's definitely looking to improve his time and pip Cheesy Train off that top step.
Yeah, we have a disgruntled cheesy train in chat,
We do,
sad about
yeah.
his.
Don't worry, Cheesy Train. We have that on recording, so if you ever feel like you need to submit an incident report, go ahead and make a clip out of this stream once we're done, and that'll be taken care of by the stewards. Um, looked over, I should say. As Jaylee Bowens comes out onto the back straight on the medium tire, he has to get at least a full tenth in order to pop Cheesy Train off that top step. Man, this is very anti-dramatic without the engine sounds. I'm not getting those. Are you getting those?
I don't even have my audio on. I've got way too many screens going and
Let's
not
go.
enough
Oh, it's
headphones.
Jaylee gets a little bit of a lockup out of the final corner, and he will not be improving his time. Oh, you're
Yep,
getting
nope. I
some.
just no, I just get fans, no engine noises really.
Yeah, exactly. I have the
That's
PA and the. That's about it.
Cody's, please.
Sweet. We have Redeemer on a flyer now, coming through, just entering sector 2.
Yeah, taking those sweepers very aggressively now, working our way down through turn 9 and 10. Little double apex action there onto the short straightaway here before turn 11. Great viewing area here, lots of passing opportunities during racing as Redeemer pulls off to the side. Gives up on that lap,
Looks
not
like
sure what happened there.
he'll be abandoning that for sure.
He's going to try to save up some ERS for one more try.
As is Bowens as well. We have 50 seconds left in this qualifying, so it looks like Bowens is trying to race to the line to get that final lap in. He's saved up his ERS, so he'll definitely be pushing for it this next lap. Looks like we'll have only Batman. Batman may make it. Cheesy Train is right, sitting, waiting for everyone to pass. He's letting Jaylee Bowens pass so he can have the hottest temperature track.
Squirmy may make it as well, too. He's got some fresh mediums on. Got to keep an eye on him.
Squirmy probably won't make it. He's only got 20 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, 20
I believe
seconds. He's just coming in
yeah, so it's
13.
gonna be MRC Batman probably just missing the line. Let's see if he gets his lap off. Jaylee Bowens into the pits. Cheesy Train on a flyer. Will Batman make it across the line? 7 seconds left. We'll see. 5. As he starts his flying lap with 2 seconds to go, so he'll get it. So now the only runners left we have is LDR Redeemer, who's already into sector 2 on the soft tires. We'll have to follow along board with him now, followed by Cheesy Train and MRC Batman, the only 3 ones running left now, as Squirmy sets a 33.9 on the mediums. So that puts him up into the 5th place. We have Buttersocks as well.
Yeah, Cheesy Train may run into a little bit of hold up here behind the
Yeah,
McLaren of Buttersocks
That's
here.
really unfortunate for him, yeah. Because they're both on flyers. There's nothing you can do there other than time your lap right.
Yep, traffic is traffic.
That's really unfortunate for him, but we still have LDR Redeemer on the back straight now. Charging down, trying to hit pole position on these soft tires. He comes down into the hairpin, down into first gear, across the curb, back on the power. Careful not to spin out here as it's a wonky exit. Down to 4th over the curb on the inside. Activating the DRS across the line. It is a 132.4. Gets that provisional pull. We'll go down to Cheesy Train and see where he's at.
He's about to take the last
He's
turn
still
now.
behind Buttersocks. I don't think he'll improve his time. Let's see if
But
Buttersocks improves at all.
Batman is also still out there.
Yes,
About
Batman's
to take the last turn, kisses the inside curb, accelerates across the DRS zone.
And there's the engine sounds. It's a 4th place. So unfortunate for Cheesy there. Getting
Very
blocked on his
tough
final lap.
qualifying session.
So we have a LDR Redeemer getting your pole position with a 32.4, followed by Cheesy Train, J. Lee Bowens on the softs, Batman on the softs, Bianchi on the softs, and Squirmy in 6th on the mediums. 2nd place of your medium runners, Grago on the mediums, Jay Warren in 8th on the hards, Buttersocks on the mediums. I just muted myself on accident. Orange Crush on the mediums in 10th, Jules and Sprightly B with no time sitting in 11th and 12th.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think either of us saw what happened there to cause those retirements from those two drivers.
Unfortunately, I did not either. It looks like there's a little bit of cloud here, but that kind of seems to be what Shanghai usually has. So I'm not sure if there's a...
Yep, just another beautiful sunny day in Shanghai, China. Everything is normal here.
I'm going to see if I can, excuse me, while I pause this stream. Try and lower the game volume just a bit. All right, Bryce, can we get a little test 1, 2 real quick?
Test, test, test. Mic check.
Lovely. All right, I think that'll do it. We'll throw back on the old Xbox stream. There we go. Perfect.
All right. Our grid's set here for their formation lap around the Shanghai circuit here. Working our way down the first turn here, increasing radius over 270-degree right-hander, which does start to fall off down here. That's a good shot of the hill there. Working our way out of turn 2 now. The total track length is 3.3 miles, consisting of 16 turns in total. Built in 2004, and the current contract runs until 2020, so after next year we'll see what happens in terms of mix-ups in the Asian tracks as our field continues to put heat into their tires now, working our way around the double apex of 8 and 9. Gonna have a lot of frustrated drivers here trying to make up spots off the start.
And let me tell you, Bryce, you can't win a race on turn 1. I hope these drivers know that. Some need to be reminded occasionally on a weekly basis, but we'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, that is always the most exciting part of the race, unless you get a good finish. But yeah, what's your favorite turn 1 in the F1 calendar?
My favorite turn 1. Oh my God, that's a hard question. I hate turn 1, so it's like, what's your least hated turn 1? I'd have to say, I'd say Russia's pretty good because you can really avoid some incidents there. It's not too high speed and it's not too hard of a braking.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Austria. It's kind of a weird choice at the Red Bull Ring, but it's just the fast right-hander, and if you get the curbs wrong, you'll get tossed, and
yeah.
it sorts a lot of things out. As we finally take our starting places here on the grid, wait for the lights under the Rolex time board. We'll ride on board with Redeemer. As there are the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off they go. Everybody gets a clean start. No stalls. Redeemer off to a blistering start as we have a McLaren punting the Mercedes of Jay Warren off the track into turn 1. McLaren still going wide as the Toro Rosso of Batman slips up the inside into 4th place. Jay Warren with a little bit of a break lockup going towards turn 2 as Sprightly B gets forced wide by Buttersocks. Redeemer continuing to maintain his lead as the Red Bull of Batman sends it down the inside of the Force India racing point of J. Lee Bowens. But J. Lee Bowens quickly recovers, takes that third place back from Batman. Running order sorting itself out nicely now. A little bit of distance between everybody as Lee Bowens has a lot of oversteer on exit there. Does nicely to recover though. This Cheesy Train continues to try to work on the very fast and planted Redeemer. Sprightly B and Butterstocks work past a Squirmy who's having a little bit of trouble. Working our way onto the back straight now. Single file,
Beautiful
not too much trouble.
shot there of all the cars coming down the back straight.
F1 2019 looking good in all its glory as our first 4 leaders start to pull away a little bit and form their own packs.
Orange Crush is pushed a little bit off track there by RBL Bianchi. Drops positions. Looks like he may have lost some wing. Oh, excuse me, that's actually the baller to the final turn there. As now Marcy Jules looks to pass on Orange Crush, but does not make the move. So Sprightly B is up 5 positions now from the start after starting dead last.
Yeah, already up 7 positions and so far pretty mellow start to this Grand Prix. Everybody giving each other plenty of racing room. Our first 2 leaders seem to have a bit of a battle starting here as Cheesy Train is within half a second of Redeemer now. Redeemer running a little bit wide, missing the apex of turn 8 there. But Cheesy Train also missing the exit of turn 9, so going blow for blow. These guys are probably going to be racing like this all race. It's allowing J. Lee Bowens to close the gap a little bit. Jay Warren's also trying to find a way around Bravo. Not going to happen yet. J. Lee Bowens looking to the inside of Cheesy Train, goes way too far, misses the braking point for the last hairpin there. This Cheesy Train does well to avoid him. Batman's now going to have a chance working towards the entrance of turn 1 this next lap.
Cheesy Train goes ahead and sets a fastest lap, quickly taken over by Sprightly B on the soft tires there. Sprightly B is definitely making his way up as Cheesy Train looks to the inside.
Yeah, real tough to carry the inertia through that 1-2 combo.
That is a tough corner, and I'll tell you, I get that right 1 out of 10 times, max. It's a pretty difficult turn to nail down.
Yeah, Redeemer doing well to defend just with smart positioning so far, forcing Cheesy to make extra decisions. Pulled off over a second away from the rest of the pack here as these two continue to battle it out. A little bit of oversteer from Batman on exit there.
Riding on board here with Cheesy Train as he activates DRS. He should have it open. As he does just over under.
Yeah, just a tad late on the brakes was Redeemer there as Cheesy Train takes away the lead from Redeemer. These 3 now continue on to their 4th lap here at Shanghai. J. Lee Bowens continues just to be in the mirror of these 2. As Redeemer weaving back and forth trying to make something happen, but not yet. The midfield's having a little bit of a battle between Batman, Borgo Warren, and Sprightly. It bunched up a wee bit. Squirmy's trying to make a move on Orange Crush as well through 2.
Jay Warren, the highest of those hard compound tires, so he's looking to really stretch these tires all the way to the end and hopefully secure that fastest lap on a softer compound tire. Batman goes way wide and misses that apex completely. Gargo's going to try to get a better exit out of this big swooping right-hander onto the back straight. As they go side by side, Gargo gets the position. We'll see if Batman can come back. Let's see who has DRS here. It looks like Gargo gets the DRS and he'll have an easy time of it as Jay Warren also comes by. Will he get the double overtake? Let's see. On the hard compound tires, he does down the inside. Sticks it. What a move by Jay Warren there. Great stuff. On the harder compound, double overtake down the inside and down the outside of 2 drivers. Great move by him. That's the move of the race so far, as we have Sprightly B already pitting after 3 laps on the soft tires, as well as RBL Bianchi. Grago's looking to come back.
Grago continuing to battle down to turn 1. Grago trying to make an over-under happen going into 2 here as Warren's locking up, trying to take back that inside line. But Grago got his inside wheel there, trying to make his position known as Warren's just not giving him any room. They're wheel to wheel going down towards turn 7 now. The 2 sweepers here as Batman's just in their rear view mirror as they go side by side here. Batman there with a little bit of a touch between both drivers there. Warren continues to maintain 4th place. We've got a yellow in sector 1. Not sure who that's for.
It's already gone away though now, so.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything.
Oh, as Jay Warren spins, he's gone off. It looks like those hards he was not used to.
Yeah, it might have overheated them from pushing so hard there.
Looks like he doesn't have too much wing damage, so he may be able to continue till a couple laps. That's a very disappointing from him, as he was doing really well on those. As Jay Lee now has DRS and he's going around the outside of LDR Redeemer. Down the back straight, easy overtake for him. Let's see if he can hold it. LDR Redeemer tries to do the over-under. Does he get it? Looks like he'll get a good exit, but not good enough as Jay Lee Bowens holds position. He takes the inside line, very defensive. LDR Redeemer will now have the DRS. Let's see if he can do anything about it. Come over the pit lane straight.
Wow, closing very quickly there.
As MRC Batman now has pit on the soft tires, so we'll see what tires he goes to.
Jay Lee Bowens and Redeemer continuing to scrap here. Jay Lee Bowens with a much better exit coming out of 2.
So Batman onto those medium tires, so it looks like he'll be going for a 2-stop. Fortunate for Jay Warren though, but it looks like he'll be staying out, so hopefully no wing damage from him. He'll try and push those hards as long as he can now.
Yeah, Squirmy's having a little bit of a run on the 5th place McLaren and Buttersock 16 here, working our way around turn 10, I believe. Yeah, right there onto this little straight now before the left-hander here, towards the back viewing area. Then 4/10 now as Buttersocks goes a little wide there, with Squirmy lifts as to not run into the rear diffuser of the McLaren in front of him. Does everything he can to stay in the draft. Closing quickly now, looking to the outside of McLaren. Working our way down towards the big braking zone of turn 14 as Cheesy Train sets another fastest lap. Lots of contact between these two. They're still wheel to wheel coming out of 15, working our way towards 16 now. Side by side again, Squirmy with a slightly better exit there. Buttersock's still right on his tail.
J. Lee Bones in the pit now after pitting for as well as LDR Redeemer, so that puts up Grago into second place currently. A little argy-bargy from Squirmy there, though. Looks like some contact between him and Buttersocks. And J. Lee Bones and LDR Redeemer both onto the hard compound tires, so they will both be going to the end of the race on these, looks like. Although it's saying hard on my screen, but mediums on his wheels, so I'm gonna stick guessing he has hards.
Yeah, usually the screen is correct.
Buttersocks just to close in on Squirmy here. Meanwhile, Cheesy Train taking a commanding lead.
Oh, Buttersocks gets into the curbs a little bit too much, coming out of 13 there and almost lost the rear end. Squirmy's going to be able to pull right now.
We'll see if Orange Crush, though, on the back of him come to overtake, but Buttersocks does have the DRS, so that will give him an advantage to not be caught by Orange Crush.
Ooh, Crush with a lot of oversteer on exit. Loses a whole lot of speed there.
Only 8 laps down through this race. I feel like we've been riding on board forever now. A lot going on, it seems like.
Yeah, for Tier 3, these guys keep it very, very clean. I'm pretty surprised.
Very, very pleased with their turn 1 accomplishments as MRC Batman sets the fastest lap with a 1:36.7 on the medium tires. So we'll start to see that come more and more into play this season with the extra point for fastest lap if you're in the top 10. If you're not in the top 10, there's no fastest lap point awarded.
Yeah, Batman and Jay Warren are going to be on a mission after having those early incidents.
Definitely will, yeah. Jay Warren could have easily been up in 3rd right now had he stayed on, I believe. He unfortunately had spun out.
Yeah, Buttersocks having a whole lot of problems right now as he gets in front of Orange Crush there, has to lift again.
Orange Crush in a good position for this next back straight DRS zone. As we have a shout out from MRC Sensational saying go Red Bull, as his brother is currently in 10th place after pitting. So we'll see, cheering on for the fastest lap. But now we ride on board with Orange Crush coming to the side.
Great run out of 13 rather.
Quality camera angles from Codemasters.
Yep, a little bit in the grass there.
Bit of a lockup from Orange Crush, but able to secure the position pretty nicely there. So you can hear the fans cheering on as Orange Crush makes the move on the hard compound tires.
Jay Warren also made his way around Jules as that was happening as well in the same turn.
Yeah, we got a tight battle here, it seems. Cars are very close here.
Yeah, with his teammate J. Lee Bones right behind him. Redeemer's making a move to the outside of J. Lee Bones, though, going into 1. Not going to be able to make it happen right now, as these 4 are going to have a great melee here coming up.
Super close midfield battle. These 5, as we see Redeemer on the back of them, with Batman closely trying to catch up as well. And
yeah,
Batman
as they fight,
has the softest tires.
Yeah, he'll continue to close that gap very quickly now as these guys start to position themselves defensively. So yeah, J. Lee Bones and Redeemer really going at it right now. Redeemer trying to use every inch of track, even the track that's not there, to find a way by. Oh, Jules having a lot of trouble, runs wide, loses 2-3 positions.
Now drops down to 10th place, unfortunately. Jules unable to make that battle stick.
But also does very well to respectfully rejoin the track and not cause any further incidents.
Exactly. Stewards can appreciate that. As we'll have a huge DRS train now. Looks like LDR Redeemer going to close it on J. Lee Bones, but not enough as he doesn't get it close to it. As he tries to go around the outside, though.
Yeah, the speed difference there was immense.
As you get a huge slipstream advantage here on that back straight, especially with that long DRS zone. Super helpful with that DRS. J. Lee Bowens get DRS again right on the tail of J. Lee Bowens. Redeemer, sorry. So Redeemer goes around the outside, trying to make the move as he can make contact to the side plot of J. Lee Bowens. Backs off a little, tries to go on the inside. Nothing doing there as J. Lee Bowens holds him off yet another time.
Yeah, still have yet to see a pass completed on that turn. Lots of attempts, but no completions yet. It's just so hard. It just wants to wash you out to the outside.
The only
It's
way you
real
can
hard to
really
grip.
make a turn, really make a pass on that turn is if you just send it up the inside, or you send it around the outside on a softer tire that has much more grip, because it's pretty hard there.
Yeah, these three continuing, about a half-second deficit between the two. Batman just over a second off. Seem to have settled down a bit after Jules' mistake last lap.
Meanwhile, Cheesy Train extends his lead to 15 seconds now.
J. Lee Bowens having a little bit of trouble finding grip, gets pushed to the outside by Redeemer. He's got a great passing opportunity here, now coming down towards turn 14. Gauges DRS there. Looks to the outside, follows the slipstream of Jay Warren. Later on the brakes than J. Lee Bowens, as Jay Warren was very slow around there.
Yeah, Redeemer almost made contact with Jay Warren there. That would have been terrible for both his front wing and Jay Warren's chances. As Graga has now pit.
Everyone did very well there to stay out of trouble, as J. Lee Bowens wasn't exactly in a comfortable position either. Working our way around turn 1 once more. Again, just a dance with the throttle pedal coming out of turn 4 there. One can apply the power.
These cars are very close now. This is a close battle. These are all pretty equally skilled drivers, it seems.
Yeah, Jay Warren just seems to be a little bit slower through the slow turns right now. He's looking good through the sweepers, but the hard apexes, it looks like he can't get his car turned in enough. He is on the older tires of this group here.
What I found odd though is that in my NAXBL T1 race, me and Borat were both on 15 lap old hard tires, and all of a sudden we had a lap where we were 6/10 faster, both of us together. It was weird. It was almost like they kicked in more for a lap or something glitched out, but another
you just got to your layer of belts and extra friction. These guys are actually starting to...
Oh, and it makes a little bit of contact there. LDR Redeemer up the inside, able to capitalize on that mistake as J. Lee Bowens gets super wide.
Yeah, he picks up that P5 without too much contest, working our way onto the 12th lap here. Now we're starting to catch up to Orange Crush 192 in third place there.
He's also on the same tires as Jay Warren. 11 laps old now. They have yet to make a stop, so they'll need to do at least one more stop in order to finish this race without being disqualified.
Yeah, we now have the Red Bull of MRC Batman now has made his way into the fray here, just under half a second off the pace of J. Lee Bowens at this point. Looking to the inside of J. Lee Bowens.
Dive down J. Lee Bowens.
Woo!
This is a close battle between these 5 drivers.
Yeah, great bit of midfield, mid-race racing here right now in Shanghai. Bit of a lock-up there from Orange Crush. As Jay Warren's in third now. When did that happen?
Jay Warren has overtaken Crush while Batman was diving down J. Lee Bowens, I think. We missed that. It was a double overtake. As J. Lee Bowens shoots up the inside, we'll see as Batman will probably get an easier exit here. We'll see you as DRS though. As Redeemer is now right on the back of Orange Crush. Redeemer goes for a look, nothing doing. Redeemer gets ahead of Batman, who, oh my goodness, there's a lot going on here with these 5 cars.
We also have Bianchi and And Grago battling for 8th place behind them.
Plenty of battles going on here. This midfield is lighting up as Squirmy finally makes a pit.
Deemer looking the outside, can't make it happen there. Oh, dives to the
Goes to the
inside though.
inside, and his colors are changing tires. That means he sticks it and holds it around the outside of Jay Warren on turn 2/3. Crowd cheering as this battle is getting super hyped up. Gilzo has entered the chat as Jaylee Bones makes a move on Orange Crush, and there's someone's gone off. Looks like
Oh,
Jaylee
Jaylee
Bones
Bowens
going wide. Not sure
lost
what
a
happened there as Grago gets tapped too as a little shaky, unsafe re-entry there. There is a whole lot of racing going on right now in the midfield as Cheesy Train easily extends his lead to 35 seconds, although Cheesy Train has yet to make a stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a little bit of contact there with Jaylee Bones, but I thought I saw a pink end plate flying off somebody's car.
Yeah. T3 is
Grago.
spicing up. Grago takes down the inside on the exit. We'll see who has DRS here though.
Yeah, Orange Crush is certainly not out of it yet. Even with those 12-lap-old hards, he's giving it everything he's got. Bianchi's also made his way up a couple positions through all this madness. Let's go to yellow for Squirmy.
Bianchi goes wide and gets a 3-second time penalty, so that'll be detrimental to the end of this race, considering how close the pack is right now. Looks like the space between LDR, Redeemer, and Jay Warren and Batman have spaced out quite a bit now. Batman's on the charge trying to catch up on those medium tires.
Yeah, while all that was going on, it looks like Cheesy Train snuck in a pit stop and got some fresh hard tires.
He did,
Take
you're
him
right.
to the end of this race.
Didn't even notice that because he's so far ahead.
Yep,
Seemed
didn't
like
lose a
another lap.
position or anything.
Still 11 seconds ahead of Redeemer, so he's in great spot right now. He just has to take these hards to the end, which is about another only like 14 or so laps. So he's did pretty good there to last those mediums pretty long.
Yeah, we just passed the 50% mark now as Jaylee Bowens and Bianchi continue to battle here for 7th place. I'm sorry, Jaylee Bowens looking the inside of Orange Crush there as he picks up 6th. Bianchi follows up in 8th.
Jay Bowen should have the DRS here, yep, then he'll pull away, but we'll see if Orange Crest can use that slipstream. The lock step goes super wide and allows RBL Bianchi to go up the inside. And Orange Crest gets a 5-second penalty for going off the track there, which seems odd as he completely just, oh no, and Orange Crest is really losing it here. Looked like he
really weird on my screen.
Looked like he was going for the pits, but didn't. He ended up hesitating as Jay Warren now boxes for the medium tires, and he'll be going to the end of the race on those, which inherits MRC Batman, a 3rd place. So we'll see if he can hold this position, as he currently, I believe, has the fastest lap. He does, which may or may not soon be taken by Jay Warren since he has just pitted on those mediums, as well as Squirmy and Jules.
Yeah, Batman's been driving a great race ever since he spun that. That gave him the fuel he needed to push even harder. As Bianchi is just 2/10 off the pace of Jaylee Bowens here, working our way through the technical section of 8, 9, and 10.
Bianchi really wasn't around in the beginning of the race, but he's really stepped it up now.
Yeah, I think he was one of our retirements from the qualifying, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I believe so.
So he's done well to already move up through half the field, over half the field at this point.
He goes very wide, oh, and is able to hang on. Great little save there, but could have been a deathly mistake, as Cheesy Train sets the fastest lap on the hard compound tires, so that may secure it for him. We'll see what Jay Warren, Squirmy, and Jules can do on these medium compound tires.
Cheesy Train certainly not backing off, even though he's already got a 13-second lead over second place Sauber of Redeemer. Looks like Grago is slowly gaining on Batman as well. We'll have to keep our eyes on that battle.
Yeah, so those hards are finally wearing into a decent quality, so you can get a good amount of grip there.
Yeah, Orange Crush now gets into the pits this time around.
Looks like Jay Warren will be going for a flyer now. Trying to get fastest lap. We'll ride on board for a bit here. Oh, as he makes a little bit of a spin, so it looks like he'll be unable to get that. But Bianchi's still right on the tail of Jay Lee Bowens.
Yeah, coming out of turn 10 now onto the little straightaway here under the DHL boards for the very tight left-hander here.
Beautiful helicopter shot from Codemasters here. Thank you. Appreciate our production team down on the ground in Shanghai right now. As Bianchi exits the corner onto the back straight. There's a yellow flag in sector 1.
MRC Jules has spun in coming out of turn 6, I believe.
As Grago makes the move on MRC Batman. Let's see if he can make it stick as Batman sticks it up the inside. They both cut the corners on the outside and inside. But it looks like Grago will have that move said and done. Batman takes a look, but nothing doing going into this turn 1. Right on board with Jay Lawrence, see if he can set the fastest lap. He does not. So we'll see if he goes for it one more time here. He has a softer compound, so he should be able to top Cheesy Train's lap. Although Cheesy Train's pace is pretty quick.
Hitting those apexes perfectly so far.
Yeah, that's one of the strategies this season is trying to start on a harder compound tire, so near the end of the race you can hop onto a softer one and get a much faster lap near the end. That's what I've been trying to do so far, and it's worked out so well. Gotten the fastest lap, and I believe Delirious has adjusted his strategy for that as well.
Batman having a little bit of trouble going for third place. My camera found him in the grass, so I wasn't sure what happened there. As Grago worked his way back around for third. As Jay Lee Bowens and Bianchi continue the battle.
Ten laps left here in the Chinese Grand Prix as Jay Lee Bowens rounds the final corner. Looks like Batman's going to the pits now, so he'll be, I'm assuming, pitting for mediums, if not softs. Softs would be bold, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Jay Warren about to cross the line as well, see if he gets a fastest lap. Unfortunately, he does not.
So let's check his best lap here. Let's see. He's on a 37.0, and Cheesy Train's on a 36.3. So he's got a lot of ground to make up if he's looking to get fastest lap. As Batman across the pit lane exit white line, he gets a 5-second penalty, so that will not help his chances of getting higher up the points.
Yeah, that's a didn't practice enough penalty right there.
That is true, my friend. I always forget to practice for those pit stop entries and exits.
Yep, and it's always the silly things that catch up to you once it's race day, you know?
Exactly. You've been working so hard on getting that perfect lap, consistent down, and then when you realize you have the box, you have no idea where to brake and no idea where to turn. It's very cruel. You can gain about 5-10 seconds there, or lose 5 or 10 seconds if you really botch your pit stop. So definitely something to practice.
Critical.
Bianchi's too far back to make a move on Jay Lee Bowens.
Yeah, it's still within DRS range though. These two have been battling for what, 10 laps now?
Yeah, they've been close. This is for 4th and 5th place. unexpectedly, as Garaga's actually pulling out a great race. Let's see the position change here. Yeah, Garaga's up 4 places as he qualified 7th, if my math stands correct. As Jay Warren overtakes Sprightly B, who's in the pit lane. Let's see if he set a faster lap this time. Did not. He's past the peak of those tires, so those slowly degrade to the end of the race. As right now, the heat of the race is between Bianchi and Jay Lee Bowens for 4th place.
Yeah, Cheesy Train almost with a 20-second gap now over Redeemer, about 18.5 seconds. So he's going to just run this out as much as he can.
Let me just tell you,
Just under
that
10 laps
livery,
to go.
Magnifique. Love that car. So there's a reason to get 1st place, you know? It's a beautiful car. I love me some banana.
I would love to hear you have that conversation with Daniel Ricciardo. I would pay money for that conversation.
Yeah. I told you, did I ever tell you I met Daniel Ricciardo in the streets of Austin, Texas?
No,
Out
that's
at a
epic.
bar at 11 p.m. or like midnight. It was the Sunday after the Grand Prix, after he DNF'd in the Red Bull. And Bianchi not making a move there, but I go up to him, so he DNFs, right? I go up to him, I see him like around in the street, he's looking for like his Uber. And I was like, Danny, like, yo man, like, you're awesome. Like, I was like, great race today, man. And then I was like, oh fuck, he DNF'd. And then and then he's like, all right, cheers, mate. And then he like hopped in his car and drove off. And I was like, oh, there's so many things I should have said that was not that. And I just like panicked. He's like one of the first like celebrities that I've really seen like on the street, and it was really cool to see him. He's super short in person, but he was
Really?
with
Yeah,
his tall
F1
ass
drivers.
Australian friends, you know. But yeah, it was awesome to see. So hopefully, maybe next time if I see him, I'll buy him a shot or a beer. That's probably a much better thing to say than a great race after DNFing.
Yeah, rough DNF, let me buy you a shot.
Exactly,
There you go.
yeah. I haven't unlocked it, yeah, because the chances are that he'll probably DNF, am I right? With that Renault engine.
Truth.
Did you, after watching that German Grand Prix, after seeing that smoke come out of the back of his Renault, I just had flashbacks to when he was in the Red Bull. It's not a fun sight.
Yeah, the dude has some tough luck.
So Emerson Jules is now in the pits yet again. Looks like he'll be going to the soft tires.
He's probably just getting a drink.
Sitting in that last non-points position. Only driver outside of the points right now, actually, as Butterstocks has retired.
Bianchi's still trying to make something happen through that last hairpin, but can't make it happen around the outside. He's going to have to try a double feint or something.
Actually, did you see how Butterstocks retired?
I did not. It was early on in the race.
It was, okay. I was going to say, I don't remember.
Bianchi just over 2/10 off now, trying to set something up as JD Bones goes a little bit wide. Looks to the outside in turn 8 there, 9 rather. But has a little bit of trouble getting traction over the curbs there as JD Bones retains that 4th place. Do you think these guys are going to pit once more, or are they going to run these hards out to the end of the race?
These hards will go to the end of the race. The only one I'm concerned about is Bianchi, as he's 16 laps down, so it could be pretty questionable here. He might want to hop onto the softs at the very end, because he pitted quite early, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, and he's not exactly being nice on him right now either.
Exactly, yeah. He's been locking up at that hairpin quite a lot.
Yeah, Cheesy Train has now surpassed that 20-second interval, so just continuing to pull away from the rest of the field here
Yeah,
in
it
Shanghai.
definitely is. I was gonna say if he gets first here, he'll get 25 points, and fastest lap, so he'll get 26 points if no one else sets a faster lap. And that will put Jaylee Bones in 4th place if he holds his position. Uh, I'm not sure what that do for the championship standings because I can't do quick math. But that's Jaylee Bones with 12 points and Cheesy Train with 26. So I believe Jaylee Bones will still hold the championship lead by just a few points if this result holds.
I think they'll actually be tied if my quick math is right.
12 plus, I don't know what their current standings is actually, so it'll be 51, tied at 51 points.
52, I think, yeah. Jaylee Bones has 40 right now, Cheesy Train has 26.
Oh, so Cheesy Train got the fastest lap as well last time. All right. So this will be a very interesting championship battle. Looks like Garago's taking off. So unless LDR Redeemer pits, which looks like it'd be wise to stay on those tires and just run to the end.
Right, if Jaylee Bones is going for it, why shouldn't he, you know?
Exactly. As MRC Jules sets the fastest lap with a 1:35.8. So he takes away Cheesy Train's points. That could be very detrimental to the championship. And if Jules holds 11th place with that fastest lap, there will be no extra point awarded. Because that's how the rules work, which I've recently found out when trying to go for fastest lap in 15th place.
See, it was that drink he got last pit stop. It just energized him up.
He must have had some rich energy.
R.I.P.
I really want a can of that just to like, for the aesthetic.
Put on the shelf.
Just put it on a shelf and just look at it and be like, that's hilarious. You know?
Remember when?
And just, I just lol every time I see it. I think of all the memes. It'd just be a meme on my shelf. That's what it'd be. That's what I want. I want a real life meme on my shelf.
Shelf of memes. There you go, man. Living the dream with your shelf of memes.
Living the dream with a shelf of memes. Man, that's a life goal for sure. I think you should have a shelf of memes in your new place, Bryce.
Yeah, as Orange Crush just stopped for some fresh softs as well down there in 10th.
So he'll be looking to take this fastest lap from Jules. So I'd say Squirmy is safe to try and go for that too, as he has a 34-second gap on 10th place. So if I was Squirmy, I'd go for it. As J1 gets a time penalty for exceeding track limits. Very interesting. Got a couple exceeding track limits down there at the hairpin by going very far deep over the outside crimp. So I'm not sure why you get a penalty there. It looks like Bianchi is just unable to pass Jaylee Bones, but he's able to stay within DRS as we have a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2.
Jules looks like he's having a little bit of trouble.
He's just holding up for the.
Oh, he's letting him
He's off. He's just off the track. I don't know what he's doing there.
Yeah, I went to his car and I don't know where he is exactly.
He was just off the track. I guess moving out the way for all the people racing ahead. Jaylee Bones is slowly closing in on Grago, so we could see maybe a podium push for him with 4 laps left to go. Jaylee Bones, of course, on the 5-lap older hard tires than Grago. As Cheesy Train sets the fastest lap with 35.7, so he'll take that point back. Says thank you very much to Jules.
On 11-lap old hard tires.
But let me set the fastest lap on 11-lap old hard tires. What a lap from him.
Jules is doing more drifting in turn 13, I think.
Jules, buddy. This isn't Drift Kings. This is F1.
Yeah, so far I think my driver of the day vote's got to go for Bianchi, just showing so much restraint and not just running into the back of Jaylee Bones.
Yeah, he's been doing really well. He started about 7th, I think, so Great strategy from him, and he's on 20-lap old hard tires now, so he's doing a great job so far. As J.D. Bones is just slightly, ever so slightly gaining on Grago. I don't know if he'll have enough to make that push for that podium spot. Do you have a list? Do you want to open up the race director and see what the penalties are right now? See where they're at.
Sure.
As Squirmy has retired from the session, let's see what happened
no.
here. I don't see where he's at. Looks like he may have.
Terminal damage.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what he for sure has. Orange Crest is 30 seconds back, so I'm not sure where he spun out. Didn't crash, but possibly looks like it may have been on the final straight. Yep, right where Alexander Albon crashed in FP3 this year. Coming out of that final corner, he slid out to the right onto the gravel. Unfortunate for Squirmy, but that gives Orange Crush 9th place, and soon MRC Jules, if he comes around in time, 10th place.
Yeah, Orange Crush, Sprightly, and Batman all have, I'm sorry, Jay Warren all have 5-second penalties. Squirmy had like 10 seconds, and Jules has 3, I believe. Bianchi also has 3, and Redeemer has 3.
Okay, so that doesn't put any of them in danger, as they're all spaced out enough to hold that lead. And if they are close enough, the person in front has a penalty, so.
Right.
So won't really change things up too much here. As J.D. Bones seems like he's pulling away a bit from Bianchi. And it's getting closer now. He's gained 8/10 in this lap to Grago. So he's definitely pushing now.
Yeah, Grago does have the newer tires, but could just be facing fatigue this late in the race. Bianchi seems to notice that he's falling off now. He's starting to try to push a little bit harder.
As Jay Warren is now looking to gain up on Bianchi. Although Jay Warren has a 5-second penalty and Bianchi only has a 3, so he'd have to pass him and get 2 seconds ahead if he wants to inherit that 5th place.
Yeah, a little punt to pass engage there might help.
As Jules officially passes Squirmy's position and gets that final point spot. So he's now a minute 32 down from Orange Crush. Jay Warren closing in quick on Bianchi. He's now down to his 2nd. He'll have to make the move here if he wants to get around and get 2 seconds ahead of him.
Yeah, big lockup there from Bianchi, unfortunately, but Jay Warren should have DRS coming on to the 27th lap here in Shanghai. And he does engage it right there. Still unable to close the gap to within striking distance, but Bianchi having a little bit of trouble staying to the inside of turn 1. Could be a good opportunity for passing for Jay Warren next lap. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Just 3/10 separating these two drivers now as Bianchi has another big lockup there.
If I had $1 for every time Bianchi locked up in this race, I would be paid handsomely for commentating this race.
Yeah, Bianchi really struggling now as Jay Warren's right on his rear diffuser, tries to position his wheel inside, can't quite make it yet. Bianchi just works his way around the outside, skitters over the curbs, a little bit of a lockup as he dips towards the apex of turn 12 there.
Jay Warren will need to make the pass now and pull 2 seconds ahead if he wants to hold that position.
Engages DRS, looks to the outside, Bianchi defends early.
We got a terrible angle here from Cody's. Shout out Cody's. There we go. Makes that position stick. Now he'll push as hard as he can to the end to try and separate that gap to 2 seconds.
Time already falling off. Bianchi with a pretty bad exit out of 15, but recovers on 16. Only a half second between them as they cross the line. As
we start the final lap.
Yeah, start the final lap.
Cheesy Trainer's already.
Flag's not out.
Cheesy Train's way ahead now, entering
Oh yeah,
sector
Cheesy
3.
Train. Yep, he just lapped MRC Jules.
So we'll see if Jay Warren can get ahead here. Closest battle on track right now. I'm assuming that yellow flag is indeed Jules pulling over to let these guys through.
Nah, he's just doing donuts in the grass and stuff. You know, just Jules things.
As Cheesy Train rounds the penultimate corner. Outstanding drive from him. He secures fastest lap on old hard tires. Had it from the start. What a race by him. Cheesy Train is your winner of the Shanghai Chinese Grand Prix. Well done to him. And we'll hop on board again now with Jay Warren, as he's now 7/10 ahead. I don't think he'll have enough here. If Bianchi gets DRS, and maybe over, as Jay Warren gets a little squirmy on the exit.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not gonna have enough as they're going wheel to wheel down the back straightaway. We got a sector 3 yellow again.
As LDR crosses the line in second place, but we'll hop on board with this battle. We'll see as
Both locking
Bianchi
up.
gets left. Jay Warren stays ahead as Grago crosses the line in third place. Jay Warren holds. Let's see if Bianchi can make a move. He doesn't, as Jay Warren gets a 5-second time penalty that's unserved. So he'll drop to sixth place, excuse me. With Grago getting third, followed by Jay Lee Bones, followed by Bianchi, Jay Warren, and Batman. And our last across the line on the lead lap is Sprightly B in 8th place.
And he finishes there. Great drive from all our drivers today. As we will, oh, I don't have a.
You
Can we post race through Discord?
add them in this Discord call, add them to the group chat. So there you go, the Renault of Cheesy Train on the top step of the podium. Well deserved, brilliant race by him. Drove his heart out, pulled a gap out, and never looked back. Congrats to him. Congrats to all our podium finishers. And special shout out to MRC Batman for scoring points on his debut race. Shout out Sensational's little brother. There are your top 3. So let's see if we can maybe get these guys in the Discord chat. So there's your final results here, with Cheesy Train getting first place with that fastest lap, so he'll get 26 total points, maximum points here for him. With LDR Redeemer in second, Grago in third, Jaylee Bones just off the podium in fourth, Bianchi in fifth, MRC Jay Warren in sixth after that time penalty, MRC Batman in seventh, Sprightly B in eighth, Orange Crush in ninth, and MRC Jules rounding off the points with Squirmy and Buttersocks DNFing. There you have it for the results of the Chinese Grand Prix for NAXBL T3.
Yeah, congrats to our winners, and very well driven by all of our competitors. I can't get a group chat going because they're not friends with me on Discord.
Very interesting. Let's see if we can hop into Driver's Lounge on the MRC Discord.
Perfect.
Let me just hop over there. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. We'll have this shortly. There we go, as I hop into the game chat. There we are. All right. Let's see if they hop in. Can you hear me there, Bryce?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, cool. And who are the top finishers again? Let's see if we can get this right. Also, chat, if you have any questions for our podium finishers, let me know, and I will
send
ask
them in
them.
now. But yeah, I think it was Cheesy Train, Redeemer, and who got
Grago.
third? Grago. Yeah.
One moment, folks, while we get these guys in for you. And if you're listening to the stream, make sure you go on to MRC F1 Discord and go to the general chat. Here we go. Cheesy Train's up in.
Cheesy Train, congratulations on the win, man. Oop.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win, brother. Let me know your thoughts on the race. What did it take for you to pull an almost 30-second interval at the end there?
Well, I had confidence in my pace at this track, and really felt like I really showed my true pace there. I could have had pole, honestly. A little bit of a couple stuff incidents there on qualifying, but yeah, the car just felt great. The mediums and the hards, I don't know why, but on this game they both just grip in very well for me, and I feel like I do better on them than the softs.
Yeah, you handled those hards very well late race as you continued to shave time off. That was brilliantly driven, and yeah, like you said, your pace was very strong at that track. I feel like a lot of our other competitors have not a lot of pace at that track, but that's just the nature of Shanghai, I guess. It's not a very well loved track in MRC. But we got Grago in here now. Grago took
Yeah.
home third place. Let me get your thoughts on the race. You did well to come back there. Had a lot of midfield battles there. A lot of excitement.
Yeah, wasn't necessarily my cleanest race. I'll be honest. There were a few incidents that'll probably go under review and could affect my results. But overall, yeah, I think the hards actually lasted a lot longer than I thought. Thought, towards the end of the race, I was going to have some wear, little bit of issues, and I did a little bit. I think I had a slip up coming into that long right hander into the back straight. But other than that, I mean, yeah, a lot of midfield battles, a lot of close competition. I'm sure Squirmy is probably pretty mad at me. I think I might have clipped off at the beginning of a wing at the beginning of the race, but they say if you shouldn't be driving if you don't go for gaps. So I went for the gap.
Exactly. That's racing, man. And we're working on getting Redeemer in
Redeemer
here.
here.
But in the
He's trying to figure it
meantime,
out. Yeah.
Cheesy and Grago, what hardware are you guys racing with?
I'm on my trusty old $45. Actually, I got for free my free Xbox controller.
Hey, there you go. Well driven. And how about you, Grago?
I'm on an elite controller. I'm on a pad as well.
Ooh,
Nice.
two controller boys. Very nicely driven.
Pad. I respect the pad, man. This is definitely hard to use. As we have Redeemer now in the chat. All right.
Yeah, Redeemer, we were just going through what hardware we used to race. So how about you, man?
I'm sorry, was that for me? I just got here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
can you repeat the question, please?
yeah, what kind of hardware do you race with, man? What kind of wheel pedals, gamepad?
I just use the pad. I've been on the pad since I joined in the 2018, and I've just been relatively quick ever since.
Right on. No, that's very cool. So we got three podium finishers all on gamepads.
I do
That's I
believe
think the first post race I've done like that.
I was gonna say I think this is MRC's first ever all pad podium. So congrats, guys.
Yeah,
You are making history right now.
well
Yeah,
done.
There's gonna be a
those two.
first for everything.
Broke
Exactly.
boys
Yeah.
on top.
I was just saying, she's a trainer. Redeemer ran away from me on pad, so I'm a little embarrassed, but it happens.
Not bad,
Well,
guys.
see, I pitted on lap 6, and I was just like, all right, I gotta make these hards last to the end, and then I'm just sitting there racing. I come out behind Bowens and like 5 other cars, and I'm just racing them for like till lap 13. I'm just like, and this is the point where I'm just gonna be racing by myself. There's no point in doing anything. So
Yeah, the
I
midfield
was
is
just
super.
hoping I wasn't gonna screw up and go into the wall and crash out, because that would have really sucked.
Yeah, I mean, I think mid race was pretty like once everyone started pitting, it got really intense. It was pretty crowded. I think I came out in a pack of like 5 cars. I had to catch up to it, but
hmm
it was
That's pretty much what
interesting.
happened to me. I came out in the back of, or in front of Batman in ninth when I pitted, and me and Bowens just caught up to like third place, and people just started pitting and whatnot. And I'm just like, so either I can battle these guys or I can just wait it out. And I guess waiting out was the better option to do. So,
All right. Well, congrats to you guys. Appreciate the hard racing out there and keeping it clean. Really like to see that. Great battles for me and Bryce to commentate. Thank you everyone for watching the stream though. Hope you enjoyed the North American Xbox League Tier 3 here. We'll see you back on Sunday for the European PlayStation League at 8 p.m. GMT, I believe. So we'll catch you all next week. All right. Take it easy. Bye.